So let's keep it going here. Meltzer would say, not a lot to say about the second week of Impact under the new regime on 316. It was an easy to watch show. The crowd was hot all the way through, which hasn't been the case in a long time. Bruce Prichard, as an authority figure, is fine. The good thing is he's not doing the tired heel routine and can talk. But the one thing you don't want to be seen as is a low-rent regional wrestling, and the wardrobe on television was screaming that loudly through the screen. And boy, I remember sending you a screen grab of this and just howling, because I used to bust your balls about, your uniform at times. But I love that the biggest part of the uniform is we're getting those damn t-shirts in, brother. We're paying some bills.
Yes.
Well, so
exactly. Look, man, I'm not going to look, first of all, I'm no fashion, guru by any stretch of the imagination. And I was looking at this. This was part of my compensation, was to be able to get my merchandise on a television screen on a weekly basis and be able to hopefully have somebody go, hey, I want one of those, even though it is on a fat guy. Yeah, you're damn right. I was looking to just get my stuff out there, and that was part of my deal. The more people that could see it, the more people that would want it, and to plug the podcast.
It's amazing to think that you're back in a wrestling ring on TV. What was that like for you just personally, after you're thinking you're out and then there you are?
Part of me, there was a big part of me that was a little shocked, how quickly I was comfortable back in front of the camera. Cause I'm never not nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when you are a performer, if you ever lose the nervousness before you walk through that curtain, get out. So every time that I walked through that curtain, I still had the butterflies in my stomach. I still had that nervousness inside. And that's an adrenaline. That's a rush, whether you're in front of 50,000 people or 50 people. So the ease in which I was so comfortable back in front of the camera, I was a little bit shocked at that.
How so? Like, just take us through what you're thinking.
Well, I think that it had been so many years that I had performed, and I'll go back to Brother Love in, the 80s and early 90s and in a few here and there, in between. But I don't know. It wasn't something that I had been doing every single week.
Right.
So, people go, oh, well, you do the podcast. Podcast is different, man. Podcast is two guys just sitting here talking, and, we don't rehearse. We don't, I don't look at notes. You know that. It's different. And then to get out there and you are being a character, you are using someone else's words, you are delivering someone else's message. And that was weird in and of itself too, because when I did Brother Love, I wrote Brother Love. I performed it. It was a creation out of my head. I knew exactly how to do it. And sometimes when you're doing yourself through someone else's eyes, you're trying to portray how they see you.
Right.
And I pretty quickly got in the groove after not doing it for a long time. That's all. It just was, I was surprised at how comfortable I was quickly.